Hey guys, it's Thursday. I hope you've had a great Thursday. Can you believe tomorrow is going to be May 1st? Oh my goodness, I can't believe tomorrow is going to be May 1st. I hope you've had a great week so far. I miss you so much. All right, there's going to be some important messages coming up. So make sure and tell Mom to check Seesaw that to see the messages for getting your school supplies that were left at school and for a drive-through kindergarten graduation. Okay, so make sure that they're checking that so you know the important dates. All right, I am doing story time with Miss Thompson, and we are going to read Junie B. Jones and Her Big Fat Mouth. We are on chapters 5 and 6. Chapter 5 is titled Shining. When I went back inside, Ollie was still very screaming. That's because Mother couldn't find his pacifier. Pacifiers are what babies like to suck on, except I don't know why, because one time I sucked on Ollie's and it tasted like my red sneakers. Just then Mother runned out of Ollie's room, and her hair was very sticking out, and her clothes were all wrinkly. And she was wearing one sock, and that's all. Where is it? Where is the pacifier? It just didn't disappear into the air, you know, she hollered very loud. Then me and Daddy had to help Mother look for the pacifier speedy quick, 'cause she was losing her grip, I think. I looked in the couch. That's because sometimes if you push your hand way under the cushions, you can find some good stuff under there. This time I found 3 Cheetos and a popcorn. They were very delicious. After that, I looked under Daddy's big chair, only it was too dark to see under there, and so I run to get the flashlight, because I learned about flashlights in school, remember? Flashlights are fun to shine in the dark. I shined it in the dark closet and also down the dark basement steps. Then I remembered another dark place, and its name was Screamin' Ollie's room, 'cause his shades were pulled down for his nap. That's why. I runned right there very fast. Look, I said to Screamin' Ollie, I've got a flashlight. I shined it on the ceiling. See? See that little round circle of shine up there, I said. Then I shined it on his jungle wallpaper. And see the monkeys, Ollie, and the hippopotamus something? I asked him. Only Screaming Ollie just kept right on screaming, and he didn't show courtesy to me. Courtesy is the school word for listening very polite. That's how come I shined it right in his big, fat, crying mouth. Except for just then a problem happened, and it's called Mother. Mother sneaked up on me in her quiet sock. Junie B. Jones, what in the world do you think you're doing? She hollered. I did a gulp. Then my heart got very pumpy, because I was in big trouble, that's why. I'm shining, I said real soft. Out, she said. Out right now. And so that's how come I started to leave. Except for then, the flashlight shined on the floor, and I saw something very wonderful down there. Hey, look, it's the pacifier, I shouted. I found the pacifier. It was hiding under the rocking chair. Then I hurried to pick it up and gave it to Mother. Her face got relief in it. Thank goodness, she said. Yes, thank goodness, I said back. Mother wiped the pacifier off. Then she blowed on it very hard. Yeah, only you can't blow germs off, you know, I said, 'cause stuff that's been on the ground is very dangerous. And so then Mother gave me the pacifier, and I washed it off with soap and water. And guess what? Then I put it right in Ollie's mouth, and he stopped crying. Mother looked proud of me. Where did you get so smart? She asked. At school, that's where, I said. Then all of a sudden my eyes got big and wide, 'cause a very great idea popped right inside my head. Hey, I thought of it, I hollered. I thought of what I can be for job day. Then I jumped up and down, and I run down the hall. Daddy was in his chair reading the paper. I busted through it with my head. I thought of it. I thought of what kind of job I can be when I grow up. Daddy said, slow down to me. That's because he didn't know what I was talking about, of course. Yeah, only I can't slow down, I explained, because I'm very celebrating. And now I don't have tension in me anymore. Just then, Mother came into the room. What's all the excitement about? She said. I clapped my hands together. I have announcement. That's what it's all about, I said, real happy. Well, what is it? Said Mother. Tell us. And so then I stood up straight and tall, and I told Mother and Daddy the name of the job I'm going to be when I grow up. That's a good one, right? I said, very excited. That's the bestest job you ever heard of, isn't it? Except for Mother and Daddy didn't answer me. They just kept on looking and looking at each other. Then Daddy did a funny smile, and Mother said the word, oh boy. All right, that was the end of chapter 5. Chapter 6, tingling. I couldn't sleep for the whole weekend. That's because I had tingling excitement in me about job day, and my brain would not settle down. And so on Monday, I zoomed to the bus stop very fast. Look, Mr. Who, I said to my bus driver. Look what I'm wearing today. Then I opened my jacket and I showed him my job clothes. See, it's nice pants and dangling keys and a paintbrush, I said. Except for I can't tell you what I am because it's my special secret. Have you figured out what she is yet? Let's see. Then I plopped down in my seat and me and Mr. Wu drove to the next corner. That's where my bestest friend Grace got on. She was wearing Mickey Mouse ears and a dress with red and white polka dotties on it. Grace, I said, very smiling, you look very beautiful in that dotty thing. I know it, she said. That's because I changed my mind about who I'm going to be when I grow up. Now I'm going to be Minnie instead of Mickey. Then I stopped smiling, and my stomach felt very sickish inside again, 'cause that meant Minnie Mouse was a fake, too. Disneyland is a fib, I said. After that, the bus stopped again, and William got on. He was wearing a Superman outfit, except he had a W on the front of him and not the letter S. The W stands for William, he said to Mr. Wu. Does that mean you can fly? Asked Mr. Wu. Then William grinned very big, and he held out his arms, and he jumped way high in the air, except for he didn't fly, and so he just sat down. After that, other kids got on the bus too. And Roger had on keys just like me, and also plastic handcuffs. And Charlotte was wearing a red paint apron with some watercolors in the pocket. And that mean Jim was wearing a white bathrobe. Hey, I've got a bathrobe just like that, Jim, I said very friendly. It's not a bathrobe, dummy, he said. I'm a kung fu karate guy. Jim is a kung fu karate guy, I said to Grace, except for he just got out of the bathtub. Then me and her laughed and laughed, 'cause that was a funny joke, of course. And job day was going to be the funnest day in the whole wide world. And that's the end of chapters 5 and 6. Chapter 7 tomorrow will be jobs and jobs. Have you figured out what Junie B's going to be yet? Maybe. We'll get to find out tomorrow. I wonder what her surprise is and what she's up to. You never know with Junie B, do you? I hope you have a great night, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.